have to finish watching this lecture because I have a quiz today. Even though I already know all this stuff because I took a cryptography course randomly. But yeah, it's good to review and see what my prof wants because she asks us quiz questions once a week. I'm done with all these fake friends. I don't have time to pretend. So because I'm in the dev degree program, we have to sometimes go to meetings with York, and look at this. They scheduled a meeting for today with 34 guests. One said yes. Guess who that was? So I don't know if anyone else is showing up. I don't know why I signed up for so many cybersecurity courses this year. Like, that's like the one field in computer science where I'm like not super interested in, but then I thought I was, so I signed up for like cryptography for last semester, and this semester it's like intro to cybersecurity and network protocols. Like, network protocol is actually interesting. That's like, how does the internet actually work? And then that's cool. Cybersecurity is okay, I guess. It's like, it's an intro class, so literally there are like astronomy majors taking this and they don't even know anything. Like, you don't have to code, you just have to like run a virtual, like for all the labs you have to run a virtual machine, but it's a super easy course and I'm happy. Hopefully I'll get an A because this course is pretty easy. Yeah. But she does share some interesting stories like Target and that kind of stuff, or like really cool hacks. That's pretty interesting. Okay, I feel super lazy just sitting in bed. So yeah, I'm at my desk now and I'm gonna watch my network protocols lectures that I didn't watch last week. I was focusing on the assignment, okay? But yeah, I need to watch the 2 lectures, each is like around an hour and a half. And why do I like watching lectures after? Is because you can speed it up, and I speed up my prof usually to like at least like 2.2 times speed. I just can't absorb knowledge unless it's at 2 times speed. Like, that is the state I am in because of online school and just because of YouTube. Like, it started off with me, I think I was just watching like a video by Jackie Aina, like doing makeup, and then I was like, oh no, I want to finish this video but I have to be somewhere in like 10 minutes. I turned it, this is the first time I ever changed it to a different speed, and I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I could save so much time doing this, and then it all went downhill from there. I want sunshine, I want rain, I want love, I want the pain. Cheer me up, go say my name, cause it don't feel the same when you're not around. As you might have noticed, I don't take notes anymore in class. I basically just go to class or watch my lectures to absorb the knowledge and understand it, because I realized that if I was taking like handwritten notes or like typed notes, I wouldn't be properly listening or understanding things. Yes, you can do it after class or whatever, that kind of stuff, but I personally just do that before the tests or like midterms now, because like, yeah, the slides aren't enough, you have to go to the textbook, and then I don't handwrite anything anymore. I just like copy and paste from the textbook and like put bullet points or like type it out or like paraphrase things, because I realized, yeah, it's just a waste of time, and the most important thing is to understand something and like understand the theory and then be able to apply it like in the practice questions like that they give you, like either your professor or like in the textbook and things like that. So I focus my time on that rather than just like typing or writing out notes, because it's like literally just a waste of time. Like, that's how I wasted like so much time in high school and in first year. So yeah, I'm gonna pause the lecture here at about 45 minutes because I have the dev degree meeting in like 10 minutes and I need to get food because my stomach is growling. So basically we're going through all the different layers. Like, we're following this textbook that goes through it, like from the first step into the second, and like how you're sending all your information over the internet. And right now we're on the networking layer. So that's basically like IP addresses and like how routing works. So we're talking about like the router architecture and how things are being processed from your house to the internet. And it's pretty interesting. I actually like this course. Like, I'm learning so much, and the professor is really smart, and he, like, a lot of people ask questions and he's answering them, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I think this is the most interesting course I have this semester. I also have this software design course, which is actually the last course that I have that's a required one for computer science. And there was a petition to make it not be taught in the programming language Eiffel. So now it's not. This is the first semester that's not, so it's in Python. And the professor is new, so she was like, oh,
like I want to change it up, and she's like actually does research in this type of field, like software design type of things, like architecture, and I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty boring because all the words sound the same. They're like, oh yeah, this type of domain, design, blah 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 blah. It's like all the things just sound the same to me. And like it's good and it's important to think about all these things, but it's just, I don't know, it's annoying. And we all had such high hopes for this course. We're like, oh, it's gonna be different this semester. It's gonna be so much fun. And then it just ended up being the same as everything else. We have labs that we have to do. Apparently we have to contribute to some open source COVID project because we had like our midterm report. You have to choose one of these like COVID things. I chose some COVID API that takes data from Johns Hopkins University and lets people use it for their apps. And then they're like, oh, you have to contribute to it now to fix something in like their design by contract. Sad. Okay, I have brought some blueberries because I'm hungry, but I also need to change because this is probably not appropriate to wear to a meeting. I don't know, slightly more professional, I guess. So that was interesting. It was just like, what happened was it was just all the girls from Dev Degree who actually like wanted to go to this, and then eventually one of the other guys joined, and it was basically like, oh, and then a bunch of like people from the Dev Degree team, and then like people from my university. Yeah, they asked us like, oh yeah, how is online learning going? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a bad student because I don't go to class and I just watch the lectures later at 2 times speed. And they're like, Maria, you don't have to go to class in person, that's why it's recorded. I'm like, okay, that makes me feel better. And then the other girl was like, oh, I don't have any excuse not to go to class because it's just like, it's there, I can eat my dinner in front of my lecture, I can do this and that. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense too, but I don't do that. Yeah, it was pretty funny. And then one of the Dev Degree team leaders, he asked my school, because my school said, oh, we're gonna come back in person in fall hopefully, and he asked them about like what are their plans, and I think that was very smart of him because I was also very curious. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. Yeah, running, got me gunning again. Old school cat, got me stunning, funny how the rest when I'm coming, funny how you back for the loving, I got one too. This is our professor describing our last question in our assignment that we had to hand in yesterday. You have to create a mail server, so it's like the user enters the email. Well, actually he said we didn't need to do this part, but then I did it because I didn't see this, and neither did my friends because we didn't watch the lecture. But yeah, like you get the email, you send the email to another person, and you create this mail server. So you're creating a TCP connection, SMTP protocol, and all this stuff. So you have to create it yourself, not actually using a library. Okay, I'm gonna go have lunch now because I have the games that we play with the women in Dev Degree. Then I'm gonna do my quiz. I don't think I'm gonna go to class. I don't know. We'll see. My computer is burring too much, so I'm gonna be in my other room. So yeah, we had the women in Dev Degree chat, and it was so much fun because Lulu is actually like the one who hosts it. She's in her 4th year, and then she was saying that she's gonna be doing a talk on Clubhouse tonight for International Women's Day and talking about what it's like being a women developer, like intern at Shopify. And then we're talking about all of our experiences. Like some of us, like me, I haven't had like a lot of women in my teams, and like some other people who have had like 50% women, or like managers, leads, everybody who is a woman. I'm like, well, that's so lucky. And yeah, it's pretty cool, like everyone's different experience. And it's also funny because one of them was telling us about how she also feels like imposter syndrome, and then she feels like sometimes she's too emotional, and that she felt that her communication with her mentor that she has currently was like, he's super smart and he's always saying that, oh, this is super easy, this is trivial, because it's like the only thing that he's ever worked on, and then this is something completely new to her, so everything that he says is easy, it's super hard for her to understand, and she's like, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. She had to tell him in a meeting with him, she's like, you're making me feel uncomfortable. And I was like, whoa, she is so brave to do that. Really nice to hear other people's stories, and like, yeah, it's just super nice that we have this, and it's great, especially on Women's Day, to talk about all this stuff. And then we played City Guesser, and it was really fun, and then I was bad at guessing, but I got like in top 3, so still good. So now it's almost time for my quiz. It's for 10 minutes every Monday for my cybersecurity course. Now I need to probably go on a walk and buy my mom flowers because International Women's Day, and that's like a big thing in Russian culture, so I'm supposed to be nice to my mom and probably get her something. Yeah, running, got me gunning again. Old school cat, got me stunning, funny how the rest when I'm coming, funny how you back for the loving, I got one too many tricks up my sleeve, must need overdose on empathy, my pops and me, more screenshots of me, the streets are free, go ahead and take from me.
feeling right out of line. Gotta hit my boy Ricky for the way up the time. Proud of driven, but it's nothing like the climb and grind. Take the time, tripping over space and time. My mind in line, speaking like a god of time. My modest mind, speaking from my heart of kind. A way to find another way to pass the time. I made my mind a station's kind of race. Yeah, running, got me gunning. Old school cat, got me stunning. Funny how the rest won't come in. Funny how you back for the loving. I got one too many tricks on my sleeve. I mustn't leave. Overdose of empathy. My pops and me. More screenshots than me. The streets are free. Go ahead and take from me. Break a mirror, fight fire with fear. Kicking the highest gear. You're on the highest tier. And when you're contemplating about a nation breaking, don't erase a fight will take a say. And take the middle road, hate to hear it. Go break your spirit. Go waste a year. So tell yourself that you go be enough. When the time is rough, it's kinda hard to hear. So I'm rolling big dreams. Sending you a pen for a life of schemes. I'm struggling to hold on, knowing that you're gone. Funny how you back for the loving. I got one too many tricks up my sleeve. I mustn't leave. Overdose of empathy. My pops and me. More screenshots than me. The streets are free. Feeling no one feel for me.
Oh, I just had a first ever call with a subscriber and she was so cool. Her name is Quinn and she has a dog named Matcha and she's super awesome. We talked about books and also stuff and anime, and yeah, I'm happy. The whole point of why I made YouTube was to make new friends. So yeah, if you want to talk with me or message with me, then let me know. Also, I'm probably done for the night. Probably just gonna watch more videos, trying to finish or like catch up with Jujutsu Kaisen. I hope you enjoyed this video, seeing how I am bad at watching lectures. I don't attend class, I don't take notes, but I still do stuff, okay? I still do stuff. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and remember to smash the thumbs up button, leave a comment below about what your school day is like wherever you go to school, and things I can get better at or things you learned from this video. And I hope you have a great day. Bye!